Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. Nuclear powers must avert those confrontations which bring an adversary to a choice of either a humiliating retreat or a nuclear war. To adopt that kind of course in the nuclear age would be evidence only of the bankruptcy of our policy or of a collective death wish for the world.
So allow me to just say this, that, the famed philosopher and military strategist from China, Sun Tzu, once said that if you are faced with a formidable enemy whose total defeat is going to kill many or most of your people as well, what you should do, Sun Tzu said, was to build a golden bridge behind your enemy from which your enemy can escape, to give him an opportunity to withdraw while claiming that he has achieved something. Now, Biden, by proclaiming that Putin is a war criminal, I have no doubt that Putin is a very nasty piece of work. I've called him a war criminal 20 years ago over his massacre of Chechens in Grozny. But what is the leader of the United States doing? What is he aiming at? Because if he's not leaving any room for a compromise, then he's effectively jeopardizing the interests of Ukrainians, because a quagmire in an Afghanistan-like quagmire in the Ukraine is not exactly in the interests of any Ukrainian I know of. But the idea must be really very simple. Putin must be given a golden bridge from which to escape his conundrum. He must be given something he can sell to his own people as mission accomplished. The only thing we can, as Democrats and internationals, we should be able to tolerate is, the neutrality of the Ukraine. Because this is a tiny, tiny, non-existent price to pay for ending the war, having Russian troops evacuate the Ukraine, some kind of arrangement to be established for the Donbas area. We could kick into the long grass the question of Crimea. It can be shelved, something to be discussed in 10 years or so, in order to stop the killing and to stop the toxicity which is spreading from Ukraine across Europe, across the United States. I've been hearing senators in the United States, members of parliament in various European countries, calling for NATO to intervene, because we know what that will mean. It will mean that the nuclear threat is going to reach levels that we haven't seen since the Cuban Missile Crisis. We should be moving towards a rational solution that will leave everybody slightly dissatisfied. The Ukrainians, the Russians, me, you, Biden, Putin, but which will end the killing and will lead to an independent, democratic Ukraine.
For in the final analysis, our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's futures, and we are all mortal.